Well, we got an old-fashioned matchup on our hands tonight, Grant. Two teams who deploy impactful big men.
Yeah, B.A., and in a league where perimeter play so often is the deciding factor, tonight I expect this to be a slugfest inside.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Smith out there with Miller. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then there's Cam Reddish. And it's Gafford in at the 5. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. When you discuss the Minnesota Timberwolves, what would you say about their front office, Grant?
Well, B.A., they want to be as competitive as possible. Whether it's who they are drafting, trading for, or signing in free agency, this team's goal is to be taken seriously out west.
To the inside. The shot's good.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Here's Ball. Yep, count it.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Leonard on the wing. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Houston with the ball. Last time they met was in Houston.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Here's Miller, and stolen by Leonard. Outside Richardson. They set a pick. Leonard passes to Richardson, and here's George. Clock at 6. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. You know, over his career, Paul George has racked up more than his fair share of accolades, Grant.
Well, he's a fixture at All-Star Weekend, that's for sure. Now, he's made the All-Defensive team more than a few times. He's had an outstanding career. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Woohoo! LaMelo Ball with the ball on a string. How about that drive?
The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now Smith. Leonard defending. A nice shot by Smith.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
Rockets foul. Second team foul.
Richardson for 3. Sinks it from distance.
You have to be prepared to shoot on the catch. Teammate wants to deliver it. You've got to make it. Josh Richardson, deadly.
Pass to Miller. 3-pointer. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Reddish against Edwards. To the middle. Just 5 on the clock. Richardson. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
But Josh Richardson has the strength to be able to play through contact. Really good job drawing it there.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And Ball will bring it up here for Houston. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Now here's Ball. Here's Reddish. Another 3 from Houston.
The defense trying to take other things away, so he steps up and buries the triple.
Outside Richardson. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Well, show me your vision, Josh Richardson. What a delivery.
Houston in the lead. right side. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Edwards for 3. Rockets with a rebound. Here's Reddish. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 so far. Edwards against Reddish. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Since we have a chance, let's see the player of the week for the Western Conference, LaMelo Ball.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Hachimura's checked in for Paul George. Moore comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Smith in for Richardson. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Saric checks in for Gafford. Jeremy Grant comes in for Smith. Whitmore's checked in for Reddish. And it's James Harden in for LaMelo Ball. Miller can't get it to go. The Timberwolves trail. Leonard finds Smith. Pass to Hachimura. Shoots over Saric. That one's good from Hachimura on the assist by Smith.
I like how Hachimura plays a controlled basketball game. He takes his shots where they're available.
Here's Miller. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. With the drive, and it's Whitmore with the rebound.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Shoots from 14. Miller can't get it to go.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Pass to Moore. Let's go with a 3. They get it back. Smith outside. From behind the arc. Fires in the triple.
When Dennis Smith makes a 3, it's going to draw the defense out and open driving lanes. Nice shot there.
Here's Harden. From the top of the key, he buries it. 16 seconds left in the first. Got a piece of it. Driving inside. And Harden with the slam.
Well, with that frame and that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Leonard up top, right wing. Here's Moore. Off target from three-point range. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Rockets on top. They're up by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So the Houston 5 right now. They've got Dario Saric. Whitmore is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Ball, and it's Harden in at the 2. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, some have called Kawhi Leonard a cyborg, but he said, quote, a coach can't put a battery in your back and tell you to play harder to go win games. You have to have the mindset, and you have to train your body to reach the level that you want to play at, guys.
No doubt. He is always locked in. Thanks, Allie. There's the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
Now here's Edwards. 14 points for him last game against New York.
And piling up the points at the line. He was in attack mode all night.
Here's Grant. 7-point game, biggest lead so far.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
Here's Smith. Up and in on the layup. Smith's got 5 points. So much of modern offenses include hunting for mismatches. Doris, if you aren't a great defender, you're targeted.
And the word you used is appropriate. Great defender. Because teams know how to find the weakest link and attack that. They isolate that poor defender by using pick and roll action. And here's the key, PA. You can be a really solid defender, but if you are the worst of the 5 on the defensive team, teams are going to seek you out.
There's aggressive, and then there's trying to do too much. This scoreless effort is hurting this team.
Well, the length and athleticism that Jeremy Grant possesses puts the defense in a tough spot. That's nice.
Paul George, he's checked in for Minnesota. Richardson comes in for Smith. Gafford, he's checked in for the Rockets. Reddish comes in for James Harden. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. And here's Richardson. He's got 5. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Garza. He's guarded by Gafford. 4 on the clock. And here's Edwards outside. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And Doris, Anthony Edwards has lived up to the expectations. He continues to get better each year.
He does, PA, and let's remember, as a former #1 pick, that carries a lot of weight and responsibility. But Ant is a guy who embraces that pressure. He wants the spotlight, and he puts in the work to be great. His future is bright.
And so Grant will bring it up for Houston. Gafford. The shot, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Richardson. Edwards got his first basket of the night.
Boy, Anthony Edwards out in transition, knows his teammates made a defensive play, and wisely leaks out. This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And so it's Minnesota with it, down by 12. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. With so many recent #1 picks and MVP winners being foreign-born players, Doris, the NBA truly feels like a global sport.
It's wonderful, BA, because when I think back historically, wouldn't NBA fans have loved the opportunity to have seen Arvydas Sabonis in his prime? He spent decades toiling over in the European leagues and was a dominant figure in the sport. But the idea that you can now get Luka Doncic or Mr. Wembanyama at such an early age and watch them unfold their NBA careers, it is fabulous.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. He didn't have his feet planted.
Second team foul.
George has the open look. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready. Nicely done.
The 3, Smith. Another 3 from Houston.
I just love the ball movement.
Minnesota shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. Reddish against George. Can't connect from 14.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Reddish. To the right side. Here's Miller. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
George outside. Back to Richardson. George against Reddish. George, good. George has got 6.
Yeah, very efficient, Paul George, as a finisher in the painted area.
Here's Miller. 3-pointer off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And the basket by Hachimura.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Anthony Edwards is checked in for the Timberwolves. All right, now we have a moment. Here are the most efficient teams from range over the past month. #1, Houston.
Yeah, boy, they've been hot from 3 this past month. That's what happens when you have good shooters who get into a good rhythm.
Ball passes to Gafford. The layup misses.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
52 seconds left in the second period. Leonard outside. Pass to George. 6 to shoot. From 18 feet away, Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Well, you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Edwards for 3. Smith with the rebound.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Minnesota has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Poke loose. And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
5 ticks left to play in the first half. He drops it from range.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Rockets ahead, running away with this one. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. The Raptors out in Toronto will go up against the Pelicans. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the tip-off. And now looking at our current game in progress, a disaster of a first half for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They're rolling out the red carpet in the lane, and everybody's on the guest list. They need to call security, tighten it up.
You know what, Shaq? You'd be a good bouncer. I mean, heck, you could just, do that as a side hustle.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Minnesota shooting just 34% so far in this one. Josh Richardson out there with Edwards. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's George. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Now here's Smith. And stolen by Leonard.
Rockets foul. Jabari Smith. Second personal foul.
And Gafford comes to help. Back to George. The three. And another three from Minnesota.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Minnesota's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Ball with a steal. There's the triple. Another three from Houston.
Well, LaMelo Ball able off the dribble to get into that jumper so fluidly there.
Timeout called the Timberwolves.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
All right, now with your Timberwolves breaking dance crew. Make some noise.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. It's rebounded by Houston. Gafford's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Miller. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Minnesota. Leonard with the ball. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
Well, we're accustomed to seeing Kawhi as the finisher, not necessarily known as a passer, but boy, what a pass right there.
Here's Smith. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Up top, George. He's got 10. Leonard outside. Launches a three. And another three from Minnesota.
The defense should know better than to concede a three to Kawhi. Boy, he stretched his range out over time.
Miller, the pass to Smith. Connects from downtown. Smith's got 10 points in the game.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Outside Edwards. Pass to George. Uses the glass on the layup.
Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Ball passes to Smith, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it. And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Paul George.
LaMelo, one of those guys at the top of the list in terms of excitement. This guy is capable of the spectacular.
Hachimura's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And a change for the Rockets. Whitmore's checked in for Smith. George passes to Richardson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Hachimura from long range. It's rebounded by Houston.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Gafford the screen. Here's Ball. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Well, you have to be willing to take what the defender gives you. LaMelo Ball gets into that mid-range, makes the defender pay.
Ball with a steal. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Timeout called the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garza's checked in. Saric checks in for the Rockets. Leonard for 3. Miller pulls it in.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
George outside. Pass to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Kept alive. George, no good. And Houston is shooting the ball with purpose. They're 68% from the field. Here's Whitmore. Hachimura covering. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's George. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. And now that we have a moment, let's take a look at the steals leaders. LaMelo Ball, #1.
And no surprise he's at the top of this list. His aggressiveness and opportunistic attitude on defense helps this team so much.
I think the experience Paul George possesses is so valuable to his team. This guy is such a seasoned vet.
Anthony Edwards is checked in for Minnesota. Smith comes in for Richardson.
Rockets foul. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
George hits them both. Houston in total control. Pass to Miller. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. George outside. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. And here they come. The pull-up. Ooh, nice shot by Miller. Miller's got 21 points in the game.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And there's the screen. And here's Edwards outside. And he can't get that one. And so it's Houston cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. Defense. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So the Rockets 5 now. They've got Miller, James Harden out there with LaMelo Ball. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Šarić in at the 5, down low.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Edwards looking for an opening. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Šarić. Šarić has got his 6th rebound on the night. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Smith. Pass to Garza. Back to Smith. That's tipped. And it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
Grant's checked in for LaMelo Ball. Houston has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Out to the wing. Here's Miller. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Miller's got 23.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Hachimura. They need this. The shot misses. Hey, great D that time from Grant.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Sinks the tray.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Edwards, the pass to Garza. Hachimura in the post, working on Grant. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Pass to Miller. From 17, and the jumper falls for him. Miller's got 11 points here in the second half.
Well, if you're that wide open, I can promise you James Harden will find you.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to Edwards. Here's Garza. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Šarić has got his 8th rebound here tonight. A chance to get a quick injury report. And now Allie LaForce, an update for us on LaMelo Ball. What do you have, Allie?
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Houston. He said it's a sprained wrist. Doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. And for a team with definite title hopes, it will now be a case of next man up until he can return.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Well, Grant, we've seen some teams double up with superstar players at the same position in recent years. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, and other times it doesn't work. I mean, it forces a coach to be very creative. When you have multiple players who are used to being the guy, it can be hard to keep everyone happy.
Up top, Edwards. Guarded by Hield. Shot is good by Edwards.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Pass to Hield. Releases. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The Rockets have gotten all 7 of their shots to go. Impressive here in the 4th. Misses off the right iron. Minnesota has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Richardson, the pass to Edwards. To the paint. He's covered by Grant. Off target at the rim.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Grant the screen. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Edwards. And he sinks the 11-footer.
If you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Grant, you had an incredible career. 2-time college champ, 7-time All-Star. But tell me where owner ranks in your career resume.
BA, it's very fascinating. The main reason I wanted to open the door for other ex-players to get equity in teams, I do believe ownership groups should involve ex-players and listen to us. And I think that is where the league is ultimately heading.
George, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Brown's checked in.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Rockets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And what a special year they're having, picking up their 59th win.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Brandon Miller.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Inside. 4-3. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Here's Grant. And it's Houston scoring again.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Edwards can't hit. Houston in total control. And here's Brown for 3. That shot is off. Now Edwards. And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution for the Rockets. Number 20, Dario Saric.
Outside Edwards. And And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. Last but not least, here is your New Balance player of the game, Brandon Miller.